Hey everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today we're journeying back in time about 5,000 years to the land of the Nile, a place of golden sands, towering monuments, and god-kings. We're talking about ancient Egypt, one of the most captivating civilizations in human history. So, grab your virtual sun hat, and let's unravel the mysteries of the pyramids and pharaohs. Our story begins along the banks of the Nile River. This wasn't just a river, it was the lifeblood of Egypt. Every year, it's predictable, floods would deposit a rich, black silt, creating incredibly fertile land in the middle of a vast desert. This gift of the Nile allowed the Egyptians to master agriculture, leading to surplus food, population growth, and the freedom to develop a complex society. This stability laid the foundation for everything that followed: art, religion, and monumental construction projects that still boggle the mind today. At the very top of this society was the pharaoh. The pharaoh wasn't just a king. He or she was considered a living god, a divine intermediary between the heavens and the earth. Their power was absolute. They were the chief priest, the top general, and the supreme judge. The entire state revolved around them. Names like Tutankhamun, Cleopatra, and Ramses the Great have echoed through millennia, each leaving their own unique mark on Egypt's legacy. For example, Ramses II, often called Ramses the Great, reigned for an incredible 66 years and was a master builder, commissioning countless temples and statues, essentially plastering his image all over Egypt to solidify his divine status. Now, let's talk about the most iconic symbols of ancient Egypt, the pyramids. Why did they build these colossal structures? It all comes down to their beliefs about the afterlife. The Egyptians believed that death was not an end, but a transition to an eternal life. For the pharaoh to make this journey successfully, their body needed to be preserved through mummification, and their spirit, or ka, needed a home. The pyramids were designed to be just that: magnificent, eternal houses for the pharaoh's spirit. It's filled with everything they would need in the next life, from food and furniture to treasures and even boats. The first true pyramid, the Step Pyramid of Djoser at Saqqara, was built around 2650 BC by the legendary architect Imhotep. It started as a traditional flat-roofed tomb called a mastaba. But Imhotep had a revolutionary idea. Why not stack smaller mastabas on top of each other? The result was a six-stepped pyramid, a literal stairway to the heavens for the pharaoh's soul. This was a game-changer. It set the stage for the most famous pyramids of all, the Great Pyramids of Giza. Built during the 4th dynasty, the Giza complex is a marvel of engineering. The largest, the Great Pyramid of Khufu, is the tallest man-made structure in the world for over 3,800 years. It's made of an estimated 2.3 million stone blocks, each weighing an average of 2.5 tons. Think about that for a second. How did they do it? Without modern cranes, without iron tools, how did they quarry, transport, and lift these massive blocks with such precision? Historians and engineers are still debating the exact methods. Theories range from long, straight ramps to spiral ramps wrapping around the pyramid. Whatever the method, it required an incredible level of organization, mathematics, and a massive skilled workforce. It's a common misconception that the pyramids were built by slaves. Archaeological evidence, including the discovery of a workers' village near Giza, suggests otherwise. These were paid laborers, skilled craftsmen, farmers who worked on the pyramids during the Nile's flood season, when farming was impossible. They were well-fed, received medical care, and were buried in honored tombs near the pyramids they helped build. They weren't slaves, were nation builders, contributing to a project of immense religious and national importance. Inside the pyramid, a network of passages and chambers was designed to protect the pharaoh's mummy and his treasures from tomb robbers. The king's chamber in the Great Pyramid, for example, is a masterpiece of construction, lined with massive granite blocks. But despite these precautions, nearly all pyramids were looted in antiquity. The lure of gold and a guaranteed place in the afterlife was a powerful motivator for both builders and robbers. The most famous discovery that gave us a true glimpse into a pharaoh's tomb was, of course, the tomb of Tutankhamun, or King Tut. Discovered by Howard Carter in 1922, it was a relatively minor tomb for a young pharaoh who died at 19, but its significance is measurable because it was almost completely intact. For the first time, The modern world could see the staggering wealth and intricate objects intended for a pharaoh's journey to the afterlife. From his iconic golden death mask to his chariots, thrones, and even his childhood toys, the discovery reignited a global fascination with ancient Egypt that continues to this day. As dynasties rose and fell, pyramid building eventually declined. It was incredibly expensive and, as we know, not very secure. Later pharaohs of the New Kingdom like Ramses and Tutankhamun chose to be buried in a different location, a secluded desert valley on the west bank of the Nile opposite the city of Thebes. We know it today as the Valley of the Kings. Here, they cut their tombs deep into the rock cliffs, hoping the hidden entrances would protect them from robbers. They traded the visible monumental statement of a pyramid for the secrecy and security of a subterranean tomb. But the legacy of the pharaohs and their pyramids is about more than just tombs and gold. It's about a civilization that achieved greatness through ingenuity, organization, and a profound spiritual belief system. They developed one of the first writing systems, hieroglyphics, which allowed them to record their history, its religion, and daily life. They made huge advancements in mathematics, astronomy, and medicine. Our art and architecture have inspired countless generations. From the engineering genius of the pyramids to the divine power of the pharaohs and their intricate beliefs about eternity, ancient Egypt is a civilization that never fails to astonish. It reminds us of the incredible heights humanity can reach and the enduring power of ideas. Their story, written in stone and sand, continues to call out to us across the ages. Thanks so much for watching. What part of ancient Egypt fascinates you the most? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this journey back in time, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next adventure. Until next time, stay curious.